let's not waste any more time and let's just jump in. Now, before we get started, I want to take a moment to thank the sponsor for today's video, Buy-E. That's right, our wonderful friends from Buy-E are back to offer you a fantastic deal if you're interested in anything from Japan. Buy-E is a shipping proxy service that actually allows you to pick from a myriad of Japanese websites and order directly from them. Afterward, put all these goods into one simple box and send that straight to you. So whether that be your favorite Japanese snack, your favorite Japanese figure, or your favorite Japanese doujin, they have you covered. Not only that, but if you click the link down in the description and in the pinned comment, you'll go ahead and save yourself 2,000 yen off of your first purchase. That is equivalent to $20 US. So if that sounds like something you are interested in, go ahead and click the link down in the description and in the pinned comment and make your first purchase today. Trust me, you won't regret it. Now back to the video. Welcome, fellow masters. My name is Misaki, and today we're going over another episode of Clairvoyance EX, a look into the future what happens in the month of FGO next. And today we're going over June. It's good to see you. Now you might be wondering, why are you wearing sunglasses today? Well, fun fact, my glasses broke. So these are prescription sunglasses. Don't let that stray you away from the major details that are happening in the month of June. If you are an FGO player, you're gonna want to understand what is happening here so you can make the most informed decisions with your state course and most importantly, your time. Oh yeah, I guess your wallet. So let's not waste any more of that precious time. Let's just jump into it. All right, guys, so before we get into it any further, I do want to talk about this brand new NA original campaign banner. That's right, it's part 2, chapter 5 to 5.5 Memorial Pickup Summon. It's literally combining this weird mishmash of things into this banner that JP has never had. A banner with arguably one of the best archers in the game, Super Orion, with arguably one of the best sabers in the game, Ibuki Doji. It's kind of insane. Honestly, of all the things, of all the bait that they can throw at us, this is some of the strongest stuff. And it comes right before Lost Bell 6, so they definitely know what they're doing. Now this happened on the 28th. As of the time of this recording, it's gonna start off with Super Orion, and it's gonna lead into the Ibuki Doji summons, which happened on the 31st. So they're gonna overlap a bit, which is something you should definitely understand, but we are entering quite the time and we're gonna talk about it, at least go over some of the highlights of why you might not want to roll on this banner, even though it is very good. These are some very good banners. Super Orion is honestly a unit that can clear waves on his own. And he needs very little assistance. He's one of the units that if you had Castoria in the team with him, it might just hold him back. Honestly, he does fantastic. And for those of you who still care about the Grail fronts, I think you're out there. He's a Grail front all-star. And of course, we talk about Ibuki Doji, the Buster AoE premier saber farming servant. She is fairly good, and so good that her Berserker variant that comes out next year is some people's top favorite. So yes, honestly, you could go far worse than this. If you are a newer player and you want a very strong unit to carry you through all the way through Arc 1 into the 1.5s if you dare to go there, and some of the earlier stages of Arc 2 and the Lost Belts, these are two strong servers to go for. But I implore you to wait. Just wait. Granted, this is a surprise, this is a sucker punch. I definitely don't want you to go for it. As enticing as it is, we have more pressing things going on that we kind of need to talk about. These craft essences aren't that good. Don't even worry about it. They're not there. Don't worry about them. Because this is the main thing you gotta worry about here. Lost Bell 6, Fey Roundtable Domain, Avalon LaFey. The moment a planet is born. That's right, we're starting the pre-release campaign. It starts on June 1st, so it's literally happening in a couple of days. And it's throughout the entire month of June. So yeah, not only are you gonna have this very awesome, even though it's not Saint Courts, very awesome 60 million QP campaign retweet going on. You're also gonna have some other things going on along with it. Yeah, they're pretty happy with the Reflect on part 2 with a special video, we opening the game, all very nice things. It seems they're borrowing a lot of the hype that they had going to Lost Belt 7, and they're trying to squeeze that here for Lost Belt 6. I kind of like that, and I hope they do more with it, because the next few years in NA is going to be a little rough. It's going to be a little bone dry, so definitely going to be happy there. So if you need some help, login bonuses are going to give you some golden fruits if you log in for 7 days. Very good. You're going to need those apples for stamina. If you're not going to use them right away, at least stockpile them to use them for future, because there is another event that's happening later this month. Also, you're going to have 2 giants of super and great success for enhancements of servants and craft essences, which is fantastic. As well, all days Ember Gathering and Trainer Quests are unlocked. Again, this is gonna happen for a couple weeks here. You have a lot of time to train up your servants and get the skills, get the levels, get all the materials that you need to level them up, because Lost Belt 6 is no cakewalk. You're definitely gonna want to have all your ducks in a row when you're going ahead to do this. But even more so, all free quests, AP costs 1/2 of the original cost until the first clear. So what does that mean exactly? That means that if you're all the way caught up to main quest part 2 chapter 5.5, all the free quests in there is going to be half off for the first clear. And if you know, completing free quests gets you more Saint Courts. Every 10 free quests will give you Saint Courts. So you definitely need to take advantage of that, because it happens for all of it. It's eligible for part 1, is eligible for part 2. So take advantage of all those lovely things that you have. Use that and enjoy this free thing. Honestly, it's just busy work to do before the main content hits. And it's not bad. It could be far worse. Another thing I wanted to note is the Mana Prism Exchange has a new limited craft essence. It is featuring our boy here that we beat the holy crap out of in Lost Belt 1, Kadok. And here you gain 25 friend points when you use as a support. It is stackable, and it increases bond gain by completing quests by 5%. That's gonna go up quite a bit when you max limit break it. So if you have yourself 5,000 mana prisms, definitely grab all copies of this, because it's only gonna be in here until the 31st of August, and then you'll just have to wait to pick it up from the rare mana prism shop in the future. Oh yeah, we're talking about this, baby, because we got another stream happening. The Chaldea Broadcasting Station US branch, volume 17, Lost Belt, number 6, Avalon Lafay, pre-release SP, SO, special edition, Capcom versus SNK2. All that whole big title is going to be a June 5th live stream announcing Lost Belt 6. So theoretically, that being the case, you can expect Lost Belt 6 to happen on June 6th. Expect that. That's going to be very good for you. That means our first banner is coming very, 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 very soon. So let's just talk about the Lost Belt itself. It's going to be a battle. The story is very good, and of course we're going to stream us reading along the story together, because fun fact, this is a story I don't know too much about. I got the spark notes, but at this point in the game, when I was playing in JP, I was fully immersed in FGONA. So me and Nina will be going over reading along. We might have some friends along, so definitely join on the stream on twitch.tv/Chaldea_Gurus. We'd love to see you there. Don't that right, chat? I know you guys right, chat. We'd love to see you there. Now, aside from that, important news. You gotta focus in on this. We are losing CEs, guys. We are losing CEs. We are losing imaginary elements. We are losing this CE here. Sorry. Angel Song. We are losing this rather new CE, Noble Peace, and we are losing Gander. These CEs will no longer be in the summoning pool. So yeah, at least this one gets moved to the friend points, but these are gone. So if you have these are precious commodities. Honestly, it's a little sad. These effects are very good starting effects that I feel newer players could use, but they are removed, so they'll no longer be there. If you want to get a chance to get them, honestly, they're not worth really rolling, but just understand you might want to lock these down. Don't remove these automatically because these effects will soon be gone before you know it. Let's talk about that summoning campaign, guys. Y'all been waiting for this one. Morgan Le Fay, 5-star limited berserker with 4-star saber and 4-star archer, Faye Knight Gawain and Faye Knight Tristan. These guys are fantastic. Honestly, cannot get enough. Honestly, cannot get enough. The 4 stars are not on radar, by the way, just so you know. Man, Morgan is here. Morgan is here finally. And if you want your chance to get these Fae Knights, it's a good chance for you to get them as well. New CEs. Just as we lose the CEs, we're getting CEs. And a lot of them are starting Noble Phantasm CEs at the 4-star level, which is absurd. Look at that. Jewel Magic Bullet over here with the arch representation with the pure attack stat, buster percentage, and starting Noble Phantasm with 30%. Mini Max Limit Broken, that is 50% with a 10% buster up at a 4-star. That's amazing. Then we got Imaginary Number attribute. Again, another attack stat. And that's quick in Noble Phantasm. And then Vessel of Desires. Attack stat again. Noble Phantasm damage plus 10%. And starting Noble Phantasm gauge 30%. That is very good. These are good 4 stars. With the 5-star, the Lone Bearer, again, attack stat. With arts plus 15% and MP overcharge stages for 1 time. That's pretty good. 2 stages. So pretty good there. And then even this 3-star Shiki, the have-nots, is not bad, but not an attack stat, so we don't care. These are all very good CEs. Not bad, but let's be honest. We all know why you're here. You're here for this. You're here for this wonderful berserker, literally an EX level berserker, Morgan. She's not just a saber face. Oh, no. This is gonna be meta defining. And for those of you who don't necessarily care about that, which I don't know why you think that, Lost Ball 6 has something else for you. Lost Ball 6 has another chance for you to get Caster Artoria. Oh man, June is unforgiving. If you don't have Morgan, well, hey, here you go. Caster Artoria is the 2nd summoning campaign banner, along with these CEs from last year's anniversary. Oh my God. This is going to be a rough month for you. New players, honestly, I know you're gonna wanna roll on Morgan. I suggest you roll on this one. Castoria is fairly good. By fairly good, I mean EX level. And by EX level, I mean she enables so many strategies outside of even arts. She's arguably one of the best casters in the game. So now's your chance to roll for her. I suggest you take it. I definitely suggest you take it. But that's not the only thing we're worrying about today. They're gonna squeeze in an interlude campaign, guys. Interlude campaign 16 is happening soon with a lot of units. Now, I know when you see this, you're thinking, oh man, Gang's gonna get a buff. Oh man, Salome, all these people. No. They don't. But Cadence gets a well-needed buff to her skill, along with a Stallfall being somewhat useful, still not as good as Okita, but somewhat useful with an upgrade to their skill. And then the surprise buff. Surprise buff to Sally Airy. He's getting the skill there as well. These are all the requirements you're going to need for this. But aside from those, if you just want the Saint Courts, you got Magikarp, you got Anastasia, you got Salome, and you got Yang Wei-Fei, all giving you Saint Courts and having some lovely stories with this interlude campaign. And as normal, when you have an interlude campaign, the AP is going to be half off during the entire campaign. It's going to last about a week. It's generally probably close in between, I want to say, Lost Belt 6 Part 1 and Lost Belt 6 Part 2. Oh, you thought we were done with that? Nah. But before we get into that, I do have to consider one thing they could try and squeeze in, and that is the Grand Eurofest rerun. That's right, this is an older lottery event that they decided to rerun in the middle of summer. By the way, I don't know if they're ever going to do this before the anniversary, but in case they do, you do need to be aware of this. For new players, this is honestly a must. You need to do this. You need to go ahead and do the lotteries. I'm gonna tell you why. Lotteries are very good in this game. And unlike other Freudian slip. Unlike other games, this lottery does not cost money. All it costs is in-game experience. And look at all all the things you get every time you roll in this in-game gacha that does not cost money. You get materials for skills, you get AP materials, you get mana prisms, you get chains, you get void dust, you get heroes proofs, you get pages. Those are some of the highest amount of skill mats needed by servants in this game. I'm talking about hundreds and hundreds, thousands of thousands. These are the basis of that, and you get that in these boxes, at least from box 1 to 10. You also get level up experience in the golden experience cards, you get friend points, you get QP, and if you go beyond that, you get all of this. It's basically the same thing without the gold apples. So yes, this is definitely something you should do. Even older players, I think, should honestly take advantage of this. Hopefully those older players still have things like this divine three-legged race here. Hopefully you didn't delete those yet, because you're gonna need that. But you're also gonna have a chance to get the Olympian Gym uniform, unlock permit if you haven't unlocked that already. But yeah, you're gonna have exhibitions for 2016 if you want to go back in the past and experience what we dealt with back then in the early days. These are the early challenge quests, which nowadays I don't think they really hold up that much. I think you can honestly blow past these fairly quickly. Like, they had to nerf this, it was so strong back then. Now you can murder this and then do this. 2017, this again, you can go past this too. We've gotten so strong to the point where this just does not matter. This is not strong enough to hold you back. You literally can just get rid of these things. It's honestly an easy event, but I'm not sure we're gonna have that before this year's anniversary, the 6th anniversary. I do not think we're gonna have that, but we might have the second part to Avalon LaFay Lost Belt. We might get this for a few reasons, because our schedule is different than JP. Our schedule is about a month ahead. Our anniversary is in the early July, whereas most of the time the anniversary for JP is in early August. So it gave them a bit more time, and part 2 of Lost Belt 6 happened before the anniversary. People are gonna get really mad if they can't roll for certain servants in the GSSR. For example, the newest servant that's get added, Fey Knight Lancelot and Percival. So we have a Fey Knight and an actual knight. A Fey Knight and an actual knight. That's not Ilya, by the way. That is arguably one of the strongest Lancer 5 stars in the game, bar none. Now, I will say, the one thing that's going to make this unit a must roll, especially for new players, mainly for new players, is the versatility that she offers. Fairy Knight Lancelot has the ability to either use a single target Noble Phantasm, or depending on your ascension, a AoE Noble Phantasm. And if you, just in case you want to go to the AoE Noble Phantasm because you only have the single target Noble Phantasm, well, guess what? A skill fills up her Noble Phantasm gauge 100% and takes her to the 3rd ascension, changing her Noble Phantasm to AoE Buster on a dime. She has very good neutral game. She has very good AoE games, single target game. She works good in arts teams. She works good in buster teams. This is a very push unit. And while there might be other people, if you like, well, if your account is stacked and you have quite a few arts and buster lancers already, then you might not necessarily need Melusine, because you already have a few sets. But if you're brand new, you ain't got that yet, Melusine is your complete package. But just because Melusine is a complete package doesn't mean you can sleep on Percival. Percival is your brother in Christ. Percival will be the person that makes sure that you eat when you haven't eaten in 2 days, filling yourself with protein. He is going to stay on the field regardless of what's happening to you. He is a solo monster at 4-star rarity, and he's perma. He is perma. So that is fantastic. We love it when we have fantastic units at permanent rarities, easily accessible for people to get. Percival is going to be the premier 4-star Arts Lancer. Honestly, truly, for those of you who don't have Melt Lancer, this is honestly the pick I would have. Better than Fion off rip, basically because of the survivability that he has. And when he comes out, you'll see the skills bit for bit and tat for tat. And why I'm saying this, but trust me, my friends, for someone who's been playing this game for 8 years now, wow, that's a long time. Percival's good and definitely worth your time. But that is probably going to be it for June. For you see, guys, ladies and gentlemen of all ages, July is coming around the corner, and with July, not only will we get the final part of Lost Spell 6 Part 3, one of the most busted servants of the year will come out, but not before we have a familiar face that will change the landscape of this game, opening up more options for you as a player, regardless if you have arts, regardless if you have quick. If you have a lot of buster, let me tell you, I hope you like foxes, because the anniversary servant for this year is a must roll, guaranteed. Now then, let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'm definitely interested to see what you got to say. Sorry for the absence. It's been a rough few months, but I'm gonna say this, it's good to be back. So guys, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.